Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Justin versus Sean. This is episode 6. In this episode, we're all about the 80s and 90s cartoons. I am Justin, and of course, I'm going to introduce Nadya. Go ahead.
Hey guys, Gotham Geek Girl here. Thanks for having me on.
This is Sean. Jesus, today my mind is going.
He's like, where can y'all find
You're
me?
Sean.
Yeah.
He's like, where am I again?
Yeah, exactly. Dementia setting in right now.
Good Lord. This is Sean.
This is Sean. I'm just next.
Yeah. What's good? It's Jerrell, a.k.a. The Icon.
And like I previously said, folks, this is all about 80s and 90s cartoons. So get your nostalgic fix, because this is what it's all about. And our debate actually is going to be about who had the best theme songs, the 80s or the 90s. And we'll probably throw in a little
This is going to be who had the best cartoon theme song ever.
Ever. Okay, so
Ooh.
that's tough, but we'll get to that soon. But let's talk a little bit first about our love for cartoons. Let's name some of our favorite cartoons. Nadia, you can actually have the floor first this time. Like, you can tell us
All
what
right.
you like.
So of course you guys remember like Saturday morning cartoons. That was like the best feeling ever.
Of course.
I have so many favorites. Batman Beyond, Batman Animated, X-Men, X-Men Evolution. I don't know if you guys remember Mighty Ducks had a cartoon.
Yep.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, obviously. That, I guess that counts as 80s.
Yeah, it was like 88, 89.
Yeah, some of mine I guess
87.
would count as 80s. Oh man, so many. Gargoyles, definitely up there.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Planet, Spider-Man, and then, you know, the darker, older ones. Daria, South Park, Simpsons.
Oh, definitely Simpsons.
Was the Simpsons
Reboot?
really-
You remember Reboot?
Yeah, we were just talking
so
about that
bad.
on the way here. Like, I was like, I wasn't a fan of that.
I wasn't a
cartoon.
big fan. That's actually one I hated. But we'll
Really?
get to that. Oh, I hated
feel
it.
like I
hate
remember
Reboot.
loving it. I remember having action figures from it.
Wow, that's deep.
I mean, I had everything.
Captain Planet's the one show that I'm surprised never got like a movie, like a modern day movie.
Okay,
They did. Don Cheadle came out.
That wasn't real.
That was
that
real
was
to
real.
us.
That wasn't real.
That was real. That was how he's supposed to be.
No, but that theme, that Captain Planet, he's a...
Oh wait, y'all remember Men in Black?
Yeah.
Yes.
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 That was another one. That had a dope theme song.
Yeah, definitely off the Will Smith song.
I'm trying to think of what else.
Sonic.
Oh,
Yes.
Sonic the Hedgehog with Jaleel. Which one? The latest
good.
one,
Yeah,
or
good.
like the end of the
Probably
'90s, or the one with
OG
Jaleel White?
original. I don't really watch a lot of new stuff.
well, remember at the time, Sonic was on twice.
Yeah.
It was on ABC on Saturday
And then
mornings.
Fox.
And it was on, well, for me, it was Channel 11. It used to come on Channel 11
Oh, yeah,
in the morning.
Yeah, like
But
6:30 in the
yeah,
morning, right
but-
after
but-
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, but Jaleel White, he voiced both. He
Oh,
voiced
okay,
both of them.
so he was the voice of the entire '90s.
Yeah,
Sonic.
yeah, he was
Okay.
basically Sonic, and then, but both shows were completely different. You know,
They really needed to get him for the movie. That would have been cool.
yeah.
Oh, and Recess.
That's my
Recess, I do remember.
Oh,
Thought it
Recess,
was always weird,
definitely.
but it was a good show.
That's my song. That's my show, man. That's one of my favorite Disney cartoon. Recess. Well, one of them, I should say. That was good.
Never heard of it.
You never heard of
Never heard
Recess?
Jesus.
What?
Never heard of it.
You really didn't watch too many cartoons
No,
towards
I watched a lot of
Disney
cartoons.
and Nickelodeon, because Recess was on Channel 11 at one point.
Recess was us. Yeah.
Wait, I forgot two more. Mega Man and Sailor Moon.
Wow.
Yes,
Mega
yeah.
Man, nice. And Sailor Moon, definitely.
But you know what's funny? I don't think a lot of people remember Sailor Moon, because Sailor Moon was still like towards the 80s, going into the 90s, because it was Japanese animation at one point.
It
which is
probably
still
didn't
really
make
good.
it to. Actually, it started 19. Let me see, because you might be right about that. It probably started. Let me just make sure. Oh, no, it started in 1992 in Japan.
Oh,
So it's
it's
90s.
the 90s.
Yeah. It's just the way the animation is drawn. It reminds you, there's a lot of 80s anime.
Because it was really drawn like Robotech, which is
Yeah.
what I loved. Robotech was the first.
Anime for you?
Really the first anime. And it
Same-
was
same
on
here.
that. Actually, no. Let me take it back. Robotech was not the first Japanese anime. Battle of the Planets was the first anime, which
Classic.
Yes, which you would know as Gotcha Man, what they call Gotcha Man now.
Classic.
Battle of the Planets was the first one, or they changed the name twice. It was Battle of the Planets, but it was called G-Force.
Nice. Okay, I remember G-Force.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's just the if you ever want to watch like the more adult version of it, you got to watch Gotcha Man.
So, Nadya, I know this might be a difficult decision, but if all of them have to go, you only have one. Which one did you choose, or which
Batman
one?
Beyond. It's timeless.
Wow, she said that with no problems. Like, oh, yeah, Batman Beyond. That's it. Bye.
No, I can't. No, I can't disagree because well, you said you would keep Batman Beyond.
Yeah, out of all her choices that everything she named,
I would kind of keep Batman the Animated Series because in the beginning, when I was really into drawing and everything, I wasn't happy with it until I really sat down and watched how that series was intricately drawn. Like it was late. I had a better appreciation for the art, but I always loved the story. This Batman the Animated Series story was just beyond well done. Every season,
it was detective at its core.
Yeah,
the whole series was really based on him using his brain, using his knowledge.
Yeah.
One thing I will say about Batman Beyond, though, as much as I loved it, I hated the fact that they never addressed Dick Grayson.
They did. They did the movies.
They
did the movies, and they did here and there.
I mean, the most they got Barbara was like, if you want to hear old stories, look up Dick Grayson. And then there was an episode where Terry pulled out like a suit jacket that had DG on the back of it, but we never actually saw him.
Yeah, that's true.
He's the one character where I was just like, what happened to Dick Grayson? But then we get a return.
Remember,
he
was hurt that Batman was sleeping with Batgirl. So they just
whoa.
That was disrespect. Though.
First of all, that was
he deserved
recent. That's new canon that he slept with.
That happened in Batman Beyond. You gotta watch the Return of the Joker movie when
got brought up in Batman Beyond.
It got brought up.
But there is an episode of it on Batman the Animated Series.
That's when he punched.
That's when he punched him in the face, and I stood up and gave that man a standing ovation.
Yeah, because Batman was
sleeping with Barbara Gordon,
and she was Batgirl, and he didn't tell him.
Well, no, that was He didn't tell her. I do know in like the new Batman movie, the one with the centers around Batgirl.
The Killing Joke.
The Killing Joke. Yeah, they have I think that's what killed it for people. But
hashtag bat sex.
Yeah, that they had that Barbara Gordon was like in love with him and they had sex and he let it happen and I was just like,
yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody was like, oh,
but it wasn't weird for me because, like you said, because of Batman the Animated Series, when the two of them had a relationship, I was like, oh, okay, so this is how it happened.
But it didn't come off like that in the animated series. It came off that Dick was pissed because Barbara didn't tell him he was Batgirl, which I don't understand. Like in real time logic, like it was secret. Red hair, and you can look in her face. Like you've been sleeping with this chick, you can't tell her lips by now.
You can't look at her eyes and like Barbara.
Yeah.
Like the mask covered everything.
Well, Dick wasn't the detective.
he was good enough. I mean,
he was over. He was so angry at Batman at that point. Anyway, they could have said anything. They could he could have told him, "Oh, by the way, Barbara's Batgirl." He'd been mad at that.
That's true.
But he did tell him. He's like, "Yeah, listen."
Like Dick just wanted a reason to punch him in the face
because he was already frustrated anyway. So
he just needed a reason to drop.
He just got tired of verbal abuse and the dictatorship of Bruce.
The only thing I didn't like is that the animated series skipped over Jason Todd and went straight to Tim Drake.
Yeah.
You know, I felt like you should have bought Jason Todd. I guess they didn't want to do the whole...
It could have been too dark for kids.
Yeah, the whole dark thing with Jason getting killed. But I think...
Really dark.
Yeah.
But the show was dark itself in tone at times. Like, I mean, Two-Face's birth was just like... Like, damn. It's just like with Rupert Thorne and him getting his face exploded. That was just like, wow, for a kid, like, oh, wow, he just blew half his face off. And
Nadya, here's a question. If they did a live action Batman Beyond, who would you cast as Terry McGinnis?
This is so hard because I feel like anyone who I had an idea of in my head, they're too old now.
Wow.
I like that kid from The Maze Runner.
Oh, I love him.
Dylan something. I think he would be a perfect Terry.
Dylan O'Brien.
Yeah,
or something like that.
I think he'll be a perfect.
I could see that.
I could see him as Terry McGinnis.
Do you bring back one of the 7 old Batmans as Bruce Wayne, or do you just pick a brand new dude?
Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
You have to bring Keaton as
Michael Keaton, hands down.
Yeah.
For years, I was like, he has to do a Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
Because
I've been saying this for like 2 decades.
Yeah, I couldn't see Christian Bale as old Batman
Either.
because even though he's older, he just doesn't have that look. Michael Keaton, it's really
He's like bald.
He looks
no.
like
But
Bruce
here's the
Wayne.
thing. Here's the wild thing. Michael Keaton was so versatile that we can't not see him as old Bruce Wayne, and he played the Vulture to a T where I can't see anybody else but him as the Vulture. Like I can't I can never say too much enough about Michael Keaton that first of all he wasn't in the beginning he wasn't going to be my favorite Batman. Like when they announced him as a kid, I was just like Michael Keaton, you know, and I was too young.
Born when that happened.
Yeah, like there was too. It was too. I was too young to be able to have an opinion about it. Like it was just stupid for me to be like, oh, Michael Keaton. Like I didn't know enough about acting. And then when I saw him as Batman, I was just like, this is my Batman forever. And then, you know, after he left after 2 and we got every dumb actor you can think of to play Batman. Like
minus Batfleck.
yeah, I'm still laugh to this day at Ben Affleck being chosen because he was never Batman for me. And he still wasn't until the Justice League movie.
Sure.
Like I couldn't sit down and like I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt, like Keaton, but I was just like, no, like there were too many peoples. But I will say he was damn sure better than Val Kilmer and what's his name,
George
Clooney. Like he was still 10 times better than those two. I don't know who
I
the
love
fuck.
Bale. I love Affleck.
Yeah, I would have been happy if they could have somehow got Bale to come back and do it because I don't know what Bale did, but he just became Batman after Keaton. He was just there. So I don't know what to tell. Just like I don't know if they can get anybody better than Margot Robbie to play
Harley Quinn
right now. I don't know. Voice wise, they've had a lot of people play Harley Quinn great. Like what's her name from Big Bang Theory? She does a great job. Kelly Kuchu.
Yeah.
Cuckoo.
He said
Something
Cuckoo.
like
But you want to hear something funny? The girl who plays Bernadette on the Big Bang
She
Theory
was-
also played Harley Quinn, and she did a great job also.
Which one? I think that was
She
the
did the-
Arkhamverse movie.
She did the one where she slept with Dick Grayson. That was
Oh,
crazy.
that was
Batman Harley Quinn.
It was called
Yeah.
Batman Harley Quinn.
Yeah, that was crazy. But she played her ass off in that.
She said that was one of her dream roles. To
Yeah,
play,
but
so.
she played it to a T.
It's always a dream role for when they people for actors.
Yeah, Batman was hating.
Yeah, well, of course he was hating because he wanted a taste of Harley too, you know. But there are just certain. I don't want to stay too long on Batman animated series. This show was both Batman animated series, Batman Beyond, and anything in that universe, even Superman animated series.
I was about to mention that real quick. Like, that's the slept on
were
one.
just so
And they,
well done.
and they killed somebody in Superman the animated
Dan
series.
Turpin.
Yep.
And that's
As
actually
a kid, though, was I the only one that thought Lex Luthor was black?
yeah.
No, you weren't the only one.
No. But I'm about to say I'm about to say I thought he was black too.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I always thought he was black.
But they admitted to that's what they did for the animated series. Like people didn't catch on to it. Like only people who just really thought Lex Luthor as white didn't realize that the animators did that on purpose because Lex Luthor, they wanted him as this strong, what do you call it, menacing character, and he, you know, like the way you drew him, I thought he was black too. I was like, hey, well,
I was like with Batman the animated with Superman. I was borderline. I was like, does he just have a tan? I was like, maybe not. But there was one DC anime, I can't remember which one it was, where that motherfucker was dark. I forget which one it was. My cousin was like, "Yo, this motherfucker black," but I can't remember the anime. But like you said, they was like, "Look, if y'all didn't know, they made him like black."
yeah, no, that was good. But the animated series, just like two people, I cannot hear Superman's voice without Tim Daly.
Yeah.
Tim Daly voicing it, and what's his name that voices Batman?
Oh, Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
Kevin Conroy
I cannot hear.
and Mark Hamill Joker.
Yes, I've heard other people. Well, the Joker, the guy who did the one with the black mask.
You mean Troy Baker?
Troy Baker did a pretty good job.
He's
for
amazing.
Ahsoka.
Troy Baker does everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like the next Nolan North.
Yeah,
If anything.
Troy Baker did a really good job doing that. But if I don't have Mark Hamill, it's like this is my biggest fear. Like one of those three guys passing away will piss me off because they should always do the video games. They should do the animated series. they are like they played off each other great.
Yeah.
And I can't see anybody else doing those.
Well, Troy Baker in the Arkham games, in the Arkham Origins, he nails Hamill to a T, like to the point. I mean, you hear a little bit of it, but he sounds like such a younger Mark Hamill's Joker. Like you're just like, this guy is talented. So if anybody takes that mantle, it has to be Troy Baker.
Didn't he do the
He's also Two-Face too.
He's
a lot of them. Yeah, he did a lot of them. He's Two-Face. I think he's the Penguin. I'm not sure if he's the Penguin, but the guy's a beast, man. He really is.
But is it me or why they always painted Poison Ivy as a thought? She was just hot to me. But they always painted it as a thought throughout the whole
just because of her condition and the way she lures men in. She has to be seductive.
Yeah. Seductive, yeah.
And I always had a thing for redheads, but it was like, Jesus, like, why y'all paint her as a thought like that? Y'all were killing me with that.
The lipstick, the pheromones, the perfume.
But that's just the way they. I mean, I think her best episode, her own personal episode, that's actually one of my favorites from Batman the Animated Series, is House and Garden. When she when she makes a fake family, and then at the end you see her crying. That to me is like one of the most heartbreaking,
I remember that
heartbreaking moments. As a kid watching, I was like, "Damn, they made you feel for the villain."
Yeah, that show was very emotional.
Yeah, it really was, because that music playing and Bruce is just like, "Yo," for the first time in her life, like he was like, "Yo, I actually believed her." Like she was really happy for the first time in her life, and you're just like, "Damn."
No, but let me tell you. They did an excellent job with the Harley Quinn show with her and Ivy, because I can't see them separated at all throughout the entire. Like from now on in the DC universe, I don't like, you know how like people put up those stupid memes like relationship goals.
Oh, the shippers.
No, the relationship goals. Like first of all, why would your relationship goal be the most abusive relationship in like comic book history?
Because people like that shit.
And like if you want to honestly say relationship goals, it really should be Harley and Ivy. You know, like if you're going to do that, because they are, I don't know how they did it, but they are a way better match all around than anything else.
I mean, anybody match with Joker is a little bit crazy.
I do like how they're matching Punchline with Joker, because it's like she's not into him. She's just nuts. And she admires him. She admires him more than she is attracted to him. And I do like Punchline for that. But, you know, Harley and Ivy should be relationship goals for everybody, you know, and that's it, because they're great. They're best friends. They love the same things. And it's always Ivy bringing Harley down to earth for all the nonsense that she does, especially if you've watched this animated series. If Ivy wasn't there, I think Harley would have just blown up everything every 10 seconds.
So they were both on Static Shock.
Yeah.
Is that one of your choices?
What is
Well, as favorite cartoons?
Yeah, if we're not talking theme, because I got a separate.
This right now is just your favorite cartoons from 80s and 90s.
Number one, I would have to say Static.
Oh wow, okay.
Like from
Static.
Yeah, like I would have, but Static. The Static was like 2000s. So,
no, it's just favorite cartoons. Yeah, you don't have to.
No, but that is of all time. When I was a kid, like in the 90s, like I was a huge Ninja Turtle fan. Like you know, like 89, 90, like I was a big Ninja Turtle fan. And then it goes for the 80s, it's Ninja Turtles for the 80s, Darkwing Duck for the 90s, and then Static
for the 2000s.
Yeah, Static for the 2000s. Like those are always mine. But I used to watch a bunch of shows. Like I used to watch Toxic Crusader.
Jesus.
Yeah. See, I knew Sean would remember that.
Yeah, I remember that too. By choice?
I thought they buried that shit.
I thought that shit was trash. I mean,
it's
literally trash. Like,
they lived in a junkyard.
Yeah, he's really trash, but so is the show.
That was a big show when I was a kid. We used to watch.
Big show to who? To you or to everybody?
No, that's what we watched back then.
Wow.
I remember Centurions.
Oh, that's my shit.
Yeah, Centurions, Bionic 6.
What? Wow. I gotta bring that up as the theme.
For the theme?
Yes, because I'm sorry, Bionic 6 was I actually had a few. I had all 6 of them at one point, and I lost them. I'm so pissed off.
Their theme, well, Transformers obviously was a big show, but for theme, season 3 Transformers theme, where they added the Transformers, like Rodimus Prime, greatest prime of all time.
Debatable.
G.I. Joe.
Definitely.
G.I. Joe was
classic show.
And you know, and because I had an older sister, I used to watch Gem and the Holograms. Like she used to make me watch Gem and the Holograms. I used to watch.
That theme is so addictive, man.
I used to watch like Glow Friends, like My Little Pony.
What you watch? Yo, listen, you cannot bring up My Little Pony. That's sacrilege.
Care Bears.
Yeah.
Like,
word. That's a good theme song.
Like,
So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Do the Care Bear countdown. Tender Heart was my dude.
I like Lionheart.
And then I was like Care Bear Cousins.
I used to like the grumpy one because he just kept it real with me. It was like, you fools don't know what the world is like. Let's stop with all this happy nonsense. But you couldn't have the Care Bear stay without him.
I got one question since you did bring up G.I. Joe. How they always at these kids at the moment, the PSAs, like YouTube, and I think it was E-Bomb's World when I first saw like the spoofs or Newgrounds where we saw the spoof of the PSAs. Love those, by the way. But yeah, like my favorite PSA is Doc when they're getting the medicine and homeboys in the, looking in their window saying that it's a prescription for danger. What you doing in their backyard?
No, this is for this day and time. This is gonna be terrible, but for me, when like as an adult, when I look at it, I can just imagine this poor child looking out. Hey! Why is there some black guy peeping in my window? Like, listen, stranger danger.
Like, they used to come from the sky. They used to land on the playground.
Give them advice.
Yeah, just walk into your house like, stop right there, young man.
Like first of all, I can just imagine a kid nowadays looking at Doc. Hey, listen, bro. First of all, don't make me call the cops out here. And second, when I need to get high, I need to get high. Okay, I know it's prescription drugs. Mind your business, bro.
But that was like every 80s cartoon. The last cartoon that did the PSAs was Captain Planet.
Yeah.
Captain Planet was officially the last because he used to be like, yo, don't throw that trash. Like, he used to, like, God forbid you threw that candy wrapper on the ground. They used to run up on you like, hey, Planet T used to grab you by the neck and like, the trash can's right there. But they
nowadays,
used to do it.
you do that, he'll turn you into a fucking tree.
Thank you, Don Cheeto.
Yeah. G.I. Joe used to do it. Like
yeah, but those PSAs was just always to me. It was just like, how are you guys at the exact same moment? Like, are y'all stalking these kids? Are y'all just watching these kids? It's like, just waiting for them to do some fucked up shit.
They just come out of nowhere.
Wait. Don't do that. Like, yo, where you coming from, bro?
Yeah. Here's the thing I do want to say. G.I. Joe. How come Cobra always had the bomb-ass weapons and vehicles? Like, we're talking about G.I. Joe should have had to... Like, when I used to buy vehicles, when I was a kid, my mom used to buy it. She was like, oh, you want me to buy you the Joe? No. You buy me that Cobra vehicle. Because Cobra had the better vehicles, weapons, and everything.
That's because Cobra used to lie, cheat, and steal, and G.I. Joe was government-funded.
you make an excellent point on that one. I'm not to give you... Like the only G.I. Joe weapon I like was the armadillo tank that they had. I thought that was cool. But like Cobra had the better jet. They had the better underwater.
Better squad too.
Because don't get me wrong, Snake Eyes was cool, but Storm Shadow's outfit was fire though. It was just like better.
I had the Cobra toys. Like I had Destro. I had Snake. I had Cobra. And I had Storm Shadow as well. Yeah. And it was just like, I always wanted to be Team Cobra because dude was just cool. It was just like,
first of all,
and his
Cobra,
voice acting just nailed everything.
Cobra Commander was the bomb. And here's something I don't know if any of you can remember. Nadya, did you ever watch Transformers? The towards the end, I think it's series 3 with Rodimus Prime.
I did watch Transformers, but I don't really remember much.
There was an episode, series 3 with Rodimus Prime, where they finally did a crossover between G.I. Joe and Transformers. Because there was a mysterious guy that was leading Rodimus Prime around to find like dangerous Decepticon weapons. And then when he helps him defeat the Decepticons, at the end he's walking away and he goes back in the days when I had my own
Cobra Commander.
He was like, he would go, he said, I commanded a great army. And he goes, Cobra. Yeah. And as a kid, I remember because only Jerrell will know this when I used to go to St. Mary's. I was late going to school because when that episode came on, I was stuck on stupid for 5 minutes. After he did that, I was just like with my mouth open, like, Oh my god!
I remember that episode.
I was like, that was Cobra Commander. What happened?
That was like the original crossover.
Yeah,
it was like the very first crossover. Cobra Commander was also the voice of Starscream.
Yep.
Starscream.
That would make sense. Yeah,
was probably the greatest character ever made. He hated it. I actually was like laughing but upset when he got killed in Transformers the movie.
Yeah,
but that was the greatest death scene you could actually have
for him.
Yeah, for him. Like,
not for him. Yeah.
No,
still,
because when he comes in, he goes, Megatron. He goes, here's a hint, and just blew him away. I was like, wow.
Yeah, they did a lot of people dirty in
that movie.
Yeah.
But Sean, what are your choices? What did you like?
I have to take it back. All time favorite would always have to be Robotech, because Robotech was my introduction to really animation, Japanese animation. But Robotech was love the planes. And the fact that I got a 2-for-1, because anybody remembers Transformers, the Starfire Transformer was a replica of the Robotech jets. Mm-hmm. Then I found out later it's because it was made by the same Japanese company, but they were the robots. So I got a 2-for-1 for me. Like, I got to play like Robotech with that jet. I didn't have to buy both. I can have Starfire for the Transformers and that for Robotech, because they both were the exact same replica, the exact same robot. I would have to say after that, Silverhawks.
Nice.
Damn.
I just saw that on Amazon for like, I think it's the first 1999.
Yeah, we gonna get to that one later.
Yeah, G.I. Joe definitely. Transformers. Thundercats wasn't always my favorite. I used to like Thundercats. But I would have to go in like Centurions, Mask, shockingly, GoBots.
I like GoBots.
Yeah,
I like GoBot. The GoBots.
Yeah,
Robot Chicken rolled it for me.
I remember
fuck the GoBots.
A1.
Yes, GoBots, and that was pretty much it, because that centered my. There's a cartoon, and I've been trying to find. I find it every once in a while on the internet. It was based on the Zone. It was just I think it was called the Zone, but basically they were this evil organization where would create these machines that would create these smog-filled zones, would turn people into zombies, and they had like a military group that used to go fight them. That I actually did watch. It was really good, but I'll find the name of it later and I'll post it in our post-production. But there were so many 80s and 90s cartoons that you just can't think of it. Like, if I'm thinking of like other honorable mentions, the Max Spawn. No, the Max was one. I don't want to say the Max Spawn, but Max was one that was on HBO. And no, Max was on MTV and Spawn was on HBO. And those were big. First of all, they were both Image cartoons, Image comic books, and they made them as great cartoons. So those are mine. What about you, Justin?
Favorite of all time, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think everybody probably knows that. For me, that is
Heroes in a Half Shell.
Turtle Power. If you haven't been paying attention to Otakus Geeks for 10 years, you know I'm a big turtle maniac. Always will be. I would definitely have to say the second one is definitely Batman the Anime Series. We touched on that. Believe it or not, Spider-Man, the original anime series.
Shit.
No, yeah, that was a classic.
X-Men.
Oh, the 80s Spider-Man?
No.
It was him, the Fire Girl, and Iceman?
Oh, you're talking about Spider-Man and his amazing friends. It was 5-star and Iceman.
No.
He's not talking about that.
TAS. The one that was on Fox with Aerosmith as the theme song.
You too young for...
Oh, no. I watched that one. I watched that one on Cartoon Network when they used to air it.
We had the Hulk, too.
Yep. Hey Arnold. Well, mine's is a lot more Nickelodeon, Disney. Hey Arnold, definitely. You have Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, Darkwing Duck, Tailspin, Gummy Bears, Animaniacs, Tiny Toons,
Goof Troop.
I did like Goof Troop. I hate Bonkers.
What's crazy is I wasn't that big of a fan of Goof Troop.
I love the theme song.
Yeah,
though.
I love Goof Troop.
That theme song of a Goofy movie. That's also. Just gotta mention that power line, that Tevin Campbell.
Hell
yeah, exactly.
They cameoed in the new DuckTales.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Goofy and Max.
Just on the anime side, I just gotta give a shout out to, of course, Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball, Serial Experiment Lane. We have Neon Genesis Evangelion.
What?
Yeah, that's Gundam Wing, Outlaw Star, Yu Yu Hakusho, Dragon Ball GT. I'll give Freakazoid a shout out, even though that's not an anime, but Freakazoid, I thought it was pretty
It
decent.
was an anime. It was a WB anime.
Yeah, that was, Beavis and Butthead, of course.
What? Definitely.
Pinky and the Brain,
Yes.
Rocco's Modern Life, South Park, that was 90s. I think
Yes,
Nadya
it
said,
was.
I think Nadya said The Simpsons already. Carmen's, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego cartoon? Gargoyles, I know Jerrell wasn't a big fan of that.
Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing
Well,
Duck.
Jarrell said Darkwing Duck.
Yeah.
That was-
Yeah. I forgot about
Believe it or not, late 1999, but it still makes the cut. Family Guy.
Okay.
that. Yeah.
It makes
The
the cut. The Critic. I'm not sure everybody remembers the Critic.
Yeah,
I
I used to
never
love the-
watch Critic.
I love that ET joke when he was drunk and he fell off. They called him GDT, the drunk terrestrial. Just some 80s honorable mentions. Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I think some of the best music from that show.
Muppet Babies.
Yeah. Muppet
Yes.
Babies.
Wow. Yeah.
Muppet
Damn.
We got Charlie Brown and the Snoopy Show. I remember that. I didn't watch Dungeons and Dragons, but I'm gonna give it a shout out.
I wasn't a fan of it, but I used to watch it because it was like at the ass end of Saturday morning cartoons. Like it was at the very end. Like they just left it like nobody really is gonna watch this, but there were a lot of Dungeons and Dragons fans out there. So
Shirt Tails. I don't think I remember.
oh wow, damn.
I used to watch Shirt Tails.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, I never heard
Pound Puppies.
Pound Puppies. Yes.
Yes.
My brother's gonna kill me if I don't mention these shows. The Snorks.
Yeah,
The
the
Smurfs.
Yep.
The Real
Smurfs.
Ghostbusters.
Yep.
And Dennis the Menace. We used to watch
Yes.
Dennis the Menace
Yeah, you brought it
all,
See, here-
all the time.
See, here,
Inspector Gadget. That's 80s
Yeah.
also.
Dun, dun,
right?
dun, 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 dun.
well, that was the theme song. Like when you heard that.
Oh, Super Mario. I think you mentioned that,
Super
right?
Mario Brothers 3
With the
was-
wrestler. I forgot his
Yeah.
name. The
Captain Lou Albano.
Yeah,
Thank
Lou Albano.
you.
Super Mario Brothers 3 though was my favorite of all the Super Mario cartoons.
and Cops.
Yeah, Cops was the shit.
Oh, I had to mention this. Shout out to Jason, my brother Jason, the Littles, because he
Oh, yeah, I
loved
remember the-
loved the
Oh,
Littles.
fan
remember
of the Littles.
remember the Police Academy cartoon?
Yes. Oh
Yes.
wow. Yes.
Alf. Remember
Yeah,
the Alf
Alpha-
cartoon?
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna bring it back even further than that. Turbo Teen, Rubik's Cube.
I remember Rubik's Cube. I remember,
Rubik's Cube the cartoon and Laser Tag the cartoons.
wow.
Laser Tag had a cartoon.
Yes, they used to. The guns were like telekinetic things. They used to be able to lift, throw things around, and shoot them. Laser Tag had a cartoon.
I remember the Q*bert cartoon.
Oh yeah, but that was trash.
Well, here's one because Nadia, you brought up Mega Man. I actually remember the Mega Man cartoon, but that wasn't the original Mega Man cartoon. Sean, you remember Captain N, the Game Master?
Oh hell
Oh
yeah!
yeah! Wow.
What's
What
that?
about that?
You don't remember
Oh, she said, "Ooh, what's that?" Like,
Captain N, it was an 80s cartoon about a boy who had a regular Nintendo, and one day he got sucked into his regular Nintendo, and he was in a video game world with all the video game characters.
he had the power glove,
Yeah,
and the Nintendo gun.
He had the gun on. He had the
belt.
power. He had the power gun. He had the red gun. He had the controller stick as his belt buckle. That was the original belt buckle.
Yeah.
because he could speed things up, slow them down. He could pause things. But the characters that was with him on the show, it was Mega Man, Kid Icarus, Simon Belmont, vampire, conceited Simon Belmont, vampire hunter. Who else was on King Eggplant? King
Yeah.
Hippo.
King Hippo.
King Hippo was on the show. But that was
because they were the villains.
yeah, they were all the villains. That was the original. That was the very first time Mega Man appeared in an animated cartoon.
Because Nintendo was so popular. Remember, they were the biggest video game system out there that they decided to make that cartoon for them. Mario was part of that too, right?
I don't think so.
I think he was.
There was a princess that. Oh, remember
Yeah,
remember the Legend of Zelda cartoon?
Yes.
Yeah, there's reasons I didn't mention that.
No, but if you get the chance, Google Captain N, the Game Master.
Captain and the Game Master.
Yeah, like that's an OG cartoon.
You remember the mask? The mask had a cartoon.
Yes, and it was
Yeah.
hilarious.
The Mask, Powerpuff Girls. I can't believe I didn't mention that.
Johnny Bravo.
The real. Well, this is one.
Bravo.
Johnny Bravo.
Hey,
This
pretty
one.
little lady.
Courage the Cowardly Dog,
Yeah.
which was the
Yeah.
greatest thing out there.
I had to mention this one, The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. That theme
Oh, yeah,
song
yeah,
when
yeah.
that came out, man.
Ooh, man, Winnie the
Thank
Pooh,
you.
man.
Oh, do you remember?
I'm ashamed of both of you.
All the Disney shows like Aladdin, Hercules.
Yes.
Yep.
They had cartoons.
Oh yes, Hercules was a great.
Arabian Nights.
And wait, you got a problem with the Winnie Pooh theme song, man?
Yeah, no, I just have a problem with Winnie the Pooh pig.
Oh,
I ain't- like I was not into that. Like I
guess that's one of your hated.
like yeah, and I was forced to watch it because it was like in the middle of Saturday morning cartoon stuff. Like I also forgot to mention Pac-Man had a cartoon.
Yeah.
Pac-Man.
There were a lot.
Potato Head Kids.
Yeah.
Potato Head Kids.
Oh, what about Wayne Head?
What?
You don't remember Wayne Head? Damon Wayans' show?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't even remember that. Did that last more than 4 episodes?
I mean, it's still. I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of it, but it was on Cartoon Network. Wayne Head. You don't remember?
I
Wayne
mean,
Head?
I
because
forgot about that.
when you say Wayne's Head, you know, remember Wayne's World had a cartoon for a while too.
Wayne Head.
So did Back to the Future.
Yes.
Galaxy High.
Yes. Damn.
Galaxy
Fantastic
we're
Max.
Damn, we're really showing our age.
A pup
Does
named
this
Scooby
count
Doo.
though? It was technically a movie, but my favorite movie as a kid was Bebe's Kids.
Oh yes. You know,
that counts. It's still, I mean, I
because
know
at
it's
the
a TV
time
show,
that
but
was
still.
after what's the name had passed away.
Robert Harris.
Robert Harris passed away.
Robert Harris, yeah.
And what you don't know, Bernie Mac took over. Bernie Mac did the voice for that.
Beat him like he owes you money.
Yep.
Oh, Beetlejuice.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
1989, Beetlejuice, the cartoon. She-Ra, He-Man, got
He-Man, yep, He-Man and
honorable
She-Ra.
mentions. Defenders of the
She-Ra
Earth.
was my shit.
Sorry. No, but you know what ruined She-Ra and He-Man for me was when Robot Chicken did the episode where Orko took the Sword of Omens and then he gets the power, he kills everybody.
Wow.
And they're like, good, you found the sword. He was like, you could bring him back. And then he stabs them. He goes, yeah, that happened.
Secret guilty pleasure. My sister made me watch it and I loved it. Rainbow Bright.
Oh, nah, I never got guilted into that. Like,
Rainbow Bright.
I don't know if I.
Me
You
either.
never watched Rainbow
Me either,
Bright?
never
no,
heard
she's
of it.
not. She wouldn't.
You never heard of Rainbow Bright?
No, bro.
You might have to get out, bro. 'Cause, like,
I'm born in 86.
Oh, I
No,
had
but-
the doll. I had a doll.
yeah, no, but you're
Let me
old.
see. Let me
You're
Google
old
it.
enough to know what Rainbow
Let
Bright
me
was.
see. Let me
Yeah.
hold on before. Let me just make
Rainbow
sure.
Bright.
Because
See
Rainbow
the
Bright,
shining
they
light.
actually did a Robot Chicken episode on it.
Oh, okay. Now I know. I couldn't remember the pictures. Yes. I
here's the
remember
problem,
that.
like-
Wait, you were guilty? That's a guilty
We
part?
said Rocket Power.
No, we did not.
No, wait, now I remember that. But
But
Here's the funny thing about Rainbow Bright though, because it was her, and then she had a group of friends, and her friends were called the Colored Kids.
oh yes, that's
Called
right.
the Colored Kids, and I was like, that is not okay.
Yeah, like
Oh,
he-
the Magic School Bus.
oh
Yeah,
yes. But you want to hear the worst thing is the Robot Chicken has done the greatest part of Rainbow Bright by bringing out bitch pudding.
Yeah.
Like she's the greatest character to come from that whole thing.
So
No, but Rainbow Bright, that wasn't Rainbow Bright. That's Strawberry Shortcake.
Yeah, Strawberry
Strawberry
Shortcake.
Shortcake.
Strawberry Shortcake.
I'm gonna throw this one out there because I remember watching it and I hated it. Denver, the Last Dinosaur.
Oh yeah, I remember Denver.
Oh, how you gonna hate on Denver the last
Dinosaur.
dinosaur? Just.
And I just want to, speaking of, on topic real quick on the crossover, Nadya, I'm not sure if you had this when you were doing the school, but back in the days, they like during the Just Say No era, they did a cartoon special called Cartoon All Stars.
Yeah, I remember that.
Where it, for those who, you know, for the younger audience,
remember
basically think of your Avengers, your Justice League crossover. This was all our favorite cartoons telling us don't do drugs.
Yep.
So
And yet, most adults now smoke crazy weed and watch that.
Yeah, everything was. If you do pot, like it's the worst thing in the world. Like
I'm not a chicken, you're a turkey. that commercial.
They aired that on CBS, NBC.
the commercials were everywhere.
Oh my god.
Don't do pot.
You know what we also forgot to mention? Ed, and Eddie.
Oh, word, yes. Definitely.
I loved Ed, and Eddie.
I remember
Dexter's Laboratory.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Dexter.
I mean, can't forget,
DD.
can't forget Dexter's Laboratory. We already mentioned Johnny Bravo. Courage the Cowardly Dog. That was one
Of course, we said that. But
Oh,
that was,
I remember there was a Batman Pokemon commercial.
Pokemon. There we go.
oh,
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah, we
90s.
forgot Pokemon.
There we go.
Forget Pokemon.
First generation. Then it just got repetitive.
No, then they just kept adding Pokemon. Remember, there was only supposed to be 150 Pokemon.
There's 150
Now
more to
there's
see.
like, it's like 7:30 now.
Yeah, like, You know, like there's somebody's mom who's a Pokemon right now.
That's just like the memes now. It's like, kid, back in my days, we only had 150 Pokemon. Like I used to tell that to the kids when I used to work in schools. It's like, I'm like, who's this Pokemon? I'm like, dude, you know, back in the days, there was only 150 of them, right? It's like, really? I'm like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I had to say that to one of my cousins. They were playing a video game and they kept dying. And they got frustrated because they kept dying. I was like, first of all, when I was a kid, we got 3 lives. Like, we got 3 lives. And if we used up all 3, we had to start over from, there was no save checkpoints.
You had to write down your password code to just enter.
When we died, we had to start over from the beginning to do that shit. Like, they were like, how did you beat games? Muscle memory. Because we did the shit so many times. And eventually, we just learned the pattern.
First of all, remember.
Oh, you remember Jumanji? That had a cartoon.
Yes, it did.
They also had a Donkey Kong cartoon.
Yeah, remember Donkey Kong?
We mentioned Super Mario. I just saw the laser tag that you were talking about. What's this?
Gumby. Yes. But Gumby was stop animation.
That was 80?
Yeah.
No, that was more.
Gumby was like 60s.
Yes.
No, but
Yeah,
they had an 80s version when they had the theme song. It's like, he can change into anything.
They brought Gumby back in the 80s and gave him a sister.
Oh, the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo.
Oh, yeah, Scooby-Doo
I
was
used to
this
love
shit.
Scooby-Doo.
I like the Scooby-Doos.
Mad Balls.
Oh, no.
Anybody remember that?
I remember Mad Balls, and I don't know why that became a cartoon. I think in the 80s and 90s, they made everything popular on cartoon.
Josie and the
Pussycat.
Yes.
60s was still a classic.
There was a
Archie had a show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yes, he
Archie
did.
did have an 80s, 90s cartoon that was really updated.
Did I mention Rocco? Rocco's
Yeah, I think we
Modern
did
Life.
Rocco.
Okay. Oh, that's not a cartoon, but just want to shout out Mad TV. So we're talking,
Yeah, I was gonna
weird.
say, if we're doing the older ones, Daria, Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
I remember
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Nice.
What do you call Birdman, Attorney at Law?
Yeah.
Birdman.
Both. I want to shout out both. both Birdman, the original cartoon, and Attorney at Law. Just like I want to shout out Space Ghost Coast to Coast and the original Space Ghost.
I'm gonna hit him with my sun ray.
You remember Powdered Toast Man?
Oh my
God.
Wasn't that part of the Ren and Stimpy cartoon?
Yes.
Powdered Toast Man.
I can't believe I mentioned Doug. I love Doug.
Oh yeah, Doug.
Definitely Doug. I used to watch Doug and just go like, just get with Patty already, man. Just get with Patty already. I was just rooting for this kid the entire time watching Doug. Like,
what was that PBS cartoon? It used to come on before Magic School Bus, and like the kids look like donkeys or like weird like brown horses.
It's not Arthur you're talking.
Yeah, Arthur.
Oh,
yeah, Arthur.
He's an aardvark, bro.
No, because they used to look like horses or whatever.
No, my younger brother is a huge fan of Arthur. That's like, I know it because my brother always watched it, but I never actually watched it.
First of all, I have to be remiss where I can't not shout this out. For all you millennium children, Peppa Pig! Like, who has that? I actually watched a couple of episodes of Peppa Pig.
Really?
It's annoying as shit, but I actually watched it. Because I love Deezus and Meryl, and all he screams is Peppa Pig. Like, yo, everybody who has a child, they know Peppa Pig. And,
Dick the annoying ones, Cow and Chicken.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna get to the ones we hate soon.
Damn.
The bootleg Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah. And damn, she just blew my mind with that Cow and Pig thing.
Wait, you didn't like Cow and Chicken?
Cow and Chicken.
I feel like I just remember being annoying. I don't really remember if I liked it or not.
First of all, we'll be remiss if we don't shout out. It wasn't a cartoon, but it's an honorable mention, and we're not going to mention the pedophile that first did this, but Barney. Everybody was into Barney.
Oh, I had like 10 Barney birthdays.
I said Barney birthday and Teletubbies.
No,
I didn't watch Barney because I was watching Shining Time Station.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Thomas the Tank Engine. That was my shit.
I'm not gonna lie, the Teletubbies freaked me out as a kid.
Nah,
It still freaks me out today.
That was the point when you think you're a kid and you think you're too cool. You're like, nah, that shit. I mean, not to be politically incorrect, but that shit mad gay.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, like that.
For real, that's how we thought back then.
We thought we were too cool. That was the age.
Like y'all grew up on Teletubbies.
Nah, that shit's terrifying.
I grew up on Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Dude, I grew up on Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, Wishbone, Ghost Rider.
Wishbone.
Talk about Would You Be Mine?
Learn to read.
Now we could never make fun of Mr. Rogers because
Like,
Mr. Rogers kept it real
And
with
so did
everybody.
Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Speed Racer?
He kept it real.
No.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah! Wow, Speed Racer.
Racer.
Yes.
Go Speed Racer.
See, but
go.
we talking old Speed Racer? No, we talking new Speed Racer.
I mean, there was a 90s version.
There was
I think.
90s.
Yeah,
Speed
there
Racer.
was.
Nah, the '90s version was good, but we talking about like the '70s version.
Were they-
You were like on that. Like,
The Dexter episode where they made fun of Speed Racer was the greatest episode.
nah, the Family Guy episode making fun of Speed Racer was great. Like I think, but if we're gonna, y'all have mentioned it before. I want to say shout out, rest in peace to the greatest artist ever, Bob Ross.
Yes.
Because if you watch PBS, you watched Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Okay? He's not a cartoon, but he was the greatest thing that everybody had ever saw.
Legend of legends.
Yes.
True legend. He don't really like Bob Ross.
Nah, because
but
he used to freak me out. I was like, why is he talking like that?
Yes, sir.
The way he would
All
talk,
right.
he used to freak
this
me
is
out.
my one per
When
episode.
I was a kid, he used to freak me out.
This is my one per episode. Jerrell,
If you ain't fucking
there's
with
the door.
Bob Ross, you gotta hit the door.
You gotta get the door, bro. Like, I don't know if I could.
The only reason why I even know him too, because I used to watch his show, waiting for Reading Rainbow to come on after it.
Butterfly in the sky. DMX ruined that for me.
Yeah, I'm serious. That DMX ruined Reading Rainbow for me forever. Because whenever it plays, I keep hearing DMX in the background every time, and I'm like, I can't do it. Like, I can't watch this anymore.
Because it's that real shit, yo.
Like, so,
But Nadia, you alluded already to what you hated. You found Cow and Chicken annoying. What else cartoons you wasn't a fan of?
I feel like that was annoying. Blue's Clues was annoying.
I'm not gonna disagree with that. Like, Blue's Clues.
Who else? Pepper Ann. I never liked her.
Wow. I'm shocked. A lot of people like Pepper Ann.
I
Wow.
don't even know who that is.
Oh, that was a Disney cartoon on Channel 7.
I lost the name. There was I like Two Stupid Dogs, but there was something
Oh,
else
that's
like
my
it.
shit.
I'm saying I like Two Stupid Dogs, but there was something else with animals that was annoying too, but I can't remember the name.
Dog, cat.
Cat Dog?
Cat Dog was
Dog.
okay.
Wait, was it on Cartoon Network?
I think so.
Hold on.
Did anybody bring up the Jetsons and the Flintstones?
I mean,
Yeah, we
Well,
did
that's
briefly.
OG, like,
that's
Hanna-Barbera.
OG, but I mean, that was
and
kind
that's
of,
kind of 70s.
especially
Yeah.
you were talking about Pepper. No, what's his daughter's name? Pebbles and Bam Bam show. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, no. Then you can bring that into the 80s because Pebbles
Yeah.
and Bam Bam show was in the 80s.
Yeah.
They were teenagers.
Wacky
and
Racers.
Oh my god, wait. This is not this is one I like. Timon and Pumbaa.
Oh,
That
damn.
was
You're
a
right.
like. That was a like.
I forgot
I
they had a
totally
show.
forgot about
she
that.
I
like
forgot about Timon and Pumbaa.
the show. That was
Yeah.
excellent.
about that.
Damn, she really brought it back. Like, I have to now go back and look that up. Timon and Pumbaa was...
Is that on Disney Plus?
Yeah, I forgot about
I
that.
don't know. I'm going to look it up. But
I need to check it out. 'Cause
like,
if it is, I'm
I
gonna watch it.
was about to say Fraggle Rock, but that wasn't it. Was it?
Fraggle Rock wasn't a cartoon, and it was like the first... It was the first 80s thing that was prime time on HBO. And I always thought Fraggle Rock was weird because you had a bunch of rats living in somebody's house eating crystals that other little parasites made. It just never sat right with me. And then, the dog was the only sensible one. Like, we need to kill these things.
Can we,
Shout out to Fraggle Rock, though.
Did Teen Titans come out in the 90s?
Yes,
Nah.
it did.
Nah, that's 2000.
2000, bro.
Was it
Really?
That's my
2000?
favorite cartoon ever. 2000.
Teen Titans?
Teen Titans. Yeah, that came out 2003.
Then you really have to look at Justin's the last episode. What was the one with Tara where
Things Change.
Things
That's my
Change.
favorite episode, actually. That's my favorite episode.
that
Teen
was the
Titans.
end of it? And I think
The series finale. Yeah.
I think that was a great send off, but it pissed me
That's-
off the way it ended.
That, to this day, is still one of the most viewed articles I wrote on Otakus Geeks.
Yeah.
Because I broke down the whole episode. Because the whole thing was, did Tara remember Beast Boy? And
My
yeah, she
thing-
did. She did.
I didn't see it that way. I was just
She did.
She did.
I was just like, come on. Like, I was screaming at the TV, like, come on, Tara. Like, I started screaming. I'm like, bitch, you know who this is? Like, I was just like, yo, episode tightened me. Like,
Yeah,
I got
it did.
real tight.
It did.
Watching that episode, because I kind of felt like I wanted to tell Beast Boy to turn around and be like, yo, see, that's why you can't deal with women, bro. Yo, turn around and go hang with your homies.
It was so funny because I remember when I first posted the article. Damn, I had to be like probably my first year of ONG when I did this article. But I remember I had a lot of people hit me up. It's like, yo, yeah, that's some valid points, because if you remember, there's like, even at the last final scene when he's just trying to convince her one more time to, yo, just come with me. She's like, things change, Beast Boy. The girl you want me to be is just a memory. Now, how would you know what the girl he wants or the girl you used to be if you don't remember who this dude is?
Yeah.
So,
well, technically speaking, wasn't Teen Titans in Tokyo considered the series finale?
I don't count
No,
that.
because it wasn't really canon. It was just like, it was just.
I
like
mean,
a
that's when
side
they
story.
did do the kiss between
yeah.
Starfire and Robin, because they, you're absolutely right about that. That is considered the actual finale, but I consider this finale.
No,
the
things
finale.
changed was the
The finale.
I just didn't like the fact that he was Dick Grayson. Like, it took me the first, because they had 5 seasons. In season 4, up until season 4, I thought that was Tim Drake.
No, I knew it was Dick Grayson, but you know what took me a long time to figure out? That Slade was Deathstroke.
Yeah.
Like, the first 6 times, I just didn't piece it together.
You didn't know that?
Huh? No, I didn't piece it together, like, because I wasn't in the Teen Titans in the beginning, so I didn't piece it together, and they kept calling him Slade, and I was just like, okay, whatever. I was like, he's a cool villain, and then it finally hit, because at a certain point, I'd stopped, you start dating a lot, and you kind of forget, like, some girl takes you away from your joy in comic books and tries to make you an adult. And I kind of walked away. So then, kind of like when your relationship ends, you try to get back into stuff. And I was watching it, and my mind wasn't piecing things together. And then I was just like, I think it was season 3, and then he comes up, and then all of a sudden, one day I go, oh,
Slade.
Deathstroke. Crap, I feel stupid.
Teen Titans also gave us the world classic, Booyah!
Yeah. Right.
Booyah.
Yep. So,
But since we're on there, definitely the Justice League cartoon.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
League,
the
I'm
first
like-
one.
the theme for the Justice League cartoon, where it's red in the background and they just walking slow, like that shit. To this day, like that shit gives me chills.
2001. I mean, I know we're doing 80s and 90s, but some of these things you just gotta give a shout out to.
First of all, to be honest with you, Justice League Unlimited
Was good.
Was the great. It blew my mind on everything.
Well, the storyline was very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
The storyline was
The last episode was great
The
when
thing-
they
the thing-
went after Dark Side.
Because the thing with Justice League Unlimited, they took tropes back from Superman and Batman the animated series.
Yeah.
Because when Lex Luthor revealed that Brainiac was inside of him, that when he was just like, "Oh, remember when I blasted you?" That was like episode 5 of Superman the animated, and I was like, "Yo, who remember?" I was like, "Shout out to whoever remembered that in the writers."
Yeah, and the fact that Dark Side brought up Dan Turbin.
Yeah.
Remember when I killed that? The last time was if I killed that dude. That's when Superman went
I was
off.
like,
And
yo.
just,
That's why, like, to me, I'm like, when
this shit.
we bring up Justice League, it doesn't feel like 2000s to me because it was still attached to the.
it's
to
like
the,
a continuation.
Yeah.
It's just a continuation. But Nadya, is there anything else that you hated or?
I can't really remember.
Jerrell,
Yeah,
what do you hate?
hate is a strong
Okay,
word.
hate or dislike? Let's do dislike.
Like I said, I was not a fan of gargoyles.
You crazy.
So you crazy.
I wasn't a fan because I feel like gargoyles ruined my Disney afternoon.
Instead of enhancing your Disney afternoon.
We all got opinions, folks. I know.
It was too real.
I know.
He said it was too real.
We all got opinions. Like, I got a text message. I got to tell you the story real quick. I got a text message when you brought up Queen of the Damned. When people who was listening to me, they texted said, "Did this motherfucker just say Queen of the Damned and see no evil? And now you hate gargoyles?" Yo, this guy's gonna be the most unlikely. This dude is not getting over.
In my defense, I said in that episode, I'm not a horror guy.
But now gargoyles, you gotta explain why though.
No, because I guess it just wasn't my thing. Because I was used to the cartoon. I was used to gummy. You can't go from gummy bears to gargoyles. It's not the
We
same.
forgot to mention gummy bears. Though.
Oh yeah, that's a classic cartoon. Yeah,
That was my shit.
great theme
No,
song.
but
Gummy bear juice.
because that's one thing I will say this. What makes 80s cartoons better than 90s in the sense of the theme music for 80s cartoons, because these mother effers in the 80s, they sung that shit.
Yeah.
Like the passion in 80s cartoon theme song.
We'll get to that. We're going to get to that in a few minutes. Sean, is there anything that you disliked?
My dislike of cartoons were things I just didn't get into. The Littles would be one of them, but I don't expect too many people to remember the Littles. Dungeons and Dragons, I really wasn't into. I could have taken it or leaving it. Took it or left it. There was a couple, like Lone Star was like a cartoon that came on that I just really wasn't into. There's not a lot of cartoons I really disliked. Like on Nickelodeon, like I didn't watch Cat and Dog because it was just
Cat Dog.
It was Cat Dog. I wasn't really into. What's the other one?
Our Real Monsters.
Our Real Monsters. I definitely didn't watch. What else was there? It's hard to remember because there were like when I think about cartoons, it was things I would get up and just like try to find something else to do, or because you got to understand, like in the early '80s. Saturday morning cartoons were on 3 channels.
Yeah.
Channel 7, Channel 4, and Channel 2. So there's a point where, like, I didn't have a VCR in my room. So there's a point where if that cartoon didn't get to me, I would just switch to Channel 4 and watch that cartoon at that hour. And sometimes you'd get the wrong time where it's like both your favorite cartoons are on at the same time on 2 different channels. And you had to keep turning back during the commercials to catch up with it. So there's not a lot of, I would
decisions had to be made.
That's true. Like, because there was no DVR and there was no pausing. And and here's what's really bad about back then. In order for you to catch that show as a rerun, you had to wait for the season to end. And maybe they reran it during the summer.
Yeah.
And kids don't know how lucky they are.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like, you had to really catch it. So there's really not a lot that
leave the tape recorder on.
Yeah. Like my mom, I had one VCR in the house.
Tape recorder.
Yeah.
Blank tapes, man.
Yeah, I had one.
Yeah, man.
I had one VCR in there, and my mom was not trying to let me. Like record my cartoons.
I agree.
Like,
my mom was the same way.
And when we got 2, it was like by that time I was like, I don't care. Like,
see, like in my household, we didn't have that problem because there were 6 of us. So my mom recorded everything.
Oh, you privileged motherfucker.
Like, my mom recorded.
It's true. Like,
I'm like all the way down to Bear-Stained Bears. Like,
oh shit,
Bernstein Bears.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like
Wow.
Super Chicken, Dick Tracy. Like,
but see, that's funny. When you say cartoons, I wasn't into Dick Tracy. I wasn't into the Bernstein Bears. I wasn't in like.
No, but that was the thing. We didn't have a choice. My mom just recorded every cartoon she could find
Just to keep you busy.
and she just made us watch it. So even if we weren't a fan, we still watched it.
Yeah, like there was, there's a cartoon in the 80s that I liked. Do you remember WWF at the time?
Oh, yeah,
had the Hulk Hogan cartoon.
That.
Yeah, like I didn't like. I wasn't into it, but I used to just watch it because it's the only thing that was on late Saturday.
Yep.
Hogan's rockin' wrestling.
Yeah, but like, there's not a lot of cartoons. So
the Kid and Play cartoon.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna even get it. So those were the
Jackie
only
Chan Adventures.
Crap. Thank you. I forgot about that.
Jackie!
But see, I can't.
That was good.
Yeah, I can't even remember. So I really don't have too many cartoons that I dislike.
I have a
because
bunch.
I just didn't watch it. But go ahead, Joseph.
Karate Kid had a cartoon.
This is gonna be a controversial pick because I never understood why so many people like this. No, I'm not saying controversial, but people I'm like, how you not like the show? I hate Bobby's World. I dislike Bobby's World.
Bobby's World was the shit.
I don't. I tried. I don't know
Is that
why.
the big head?
Yes, it was Howie Mandel's character that he made up. Bobby's World.
Yeah, I don't think I ever got into that either.
I never understood why everybody liked Bobby's World.
I never
so
watched
much.
it
Because he made up. First of all, greatest song ever made on Bobby's World, Under the Water the Fish Don't Stink. Like, that has got to be the greatest song ever made on Bobby's World.
That's actually true.
I hate Extreme Ghostbusters. I thought that was just,
Yeah, I'm not going to agree with that.
was not a fan of Iron Man's TAS cartoon. I thought that was complete trash. This was the other one. Believe it or not, I wasn't a fan of Sonic Underground. I wasn't a fan. The one with the not the Blue Street Sonic, not the other one that came after that one. That was not a fan of that. Wasn't a fan of Danger Mouse.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, damn.
I was not a fan of Danger
Mouse.
Didn't like Conan's Adventures.
I'll agree with that. But you know what? You kind of can't give Danger Mouse an 80s. Danger Mouse was a 70s British cartoon.
Yeah.
We just got Danger Mouse in the 80s because they released it. And that's it. So
Sorry.
I bet you hated Johnny
That
Quest
just
too.
reminded me of
I love Johnny
the
Quest.
Pink Panther.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
like, nah, Pink Panther. I think everybody liked Pink Panther.
My brother's probably gonna call me. I was like, "You like that show?" I was like, "No, I didn't like the show. I only watched it because you had control of the TV." Was not a fan of Crow.
Crow.
Yep,
What
Crow.
the hell was Crow?
Crow was on ABC. Crow. No, one remembers Crow.
He's like, no,
okay, hold on.
We older than you, and I'm looking
Okay,
at
hold
you
on,
like, what
hold
you talking
on.
about, Willis?
Hold on 1 second. Let me see if this is Crow.
You can turn that off. Like none of us watch that trash. Right?
I was forced to watch that trash. Absolutely hate it. As you heard that theme song already, you can already tell that it was trash. That shit was trash. Crow definitely. Was
Yo,
not.
Sean, you remember Kissy Fur?
Of course, everybody loved Kissy Fur. Like,
Yeah, but yeah, those were the ones that I really hated, and I wasn't a big fan. As much as a turtle fan was, I wasn't a fan of Turtles once they left CBS. Once they got to Fox 5 and they did that.
Oh no!
I was not a fan of that.
When Shredder was the Utron?
Yeah, I was not. I hate that. I
was the
hate that
shit.
one. I hate that one.
That was the shit.
No, to me, it's the original. When they had the new intro on CBS, and then I'll give the Nickelodeon one
What made that one so good was because the thing with the original, I love the original just like you do, but it went from serious to comical.
Yeah.
And the 2004 one brought it back to being a serious show. Like every time Shredder would pop up, they would just show the moon, and all you heard was "ooh," and then he would just fuck you up.
I just wasn't a fan of the designs too, the animation of it as well. It was just like, how you had to design them like this? Like,
that was a good show, man.
I'll probably give it another shot, but I was just not a fan of it at all. But it's time for the debate here, where we're going to debate.
I remember Kissy Fur.
We were going to
I had a friend in junior high school. We used to call him Kissy Fur. Like, I just.
Do either of you know what Kissy Fur is?
No. Let me look this up.
You should know what Kissy Fur is.
Kissy Fur. It was a show about a bear family that was in the circus. And one day the circus was traveling through the forest, and the father and the son got separated.
I know who this dude is.
Yeah.
I had his bear. I had his toy.
Yeah.
I used to call him Teddy.
Yeah. They got separated from the circus, and they ended up living in the forest with other animals.
I had this. I had his toy. I used to call him Teddy. I didn't know he had an actual name.
Yeah, it was like Kissy Fur.
Sometimes when we forgot, Teddy Ruxpin had an cartoon.
Yeah. T-Rex.
Nah, I remember I had some Big Teddy of Fievel.
American
my
Fiber.
God. Yo, yes. American Tail. Did you ever see American Tail?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
American Tail. Five goes west.
Yeah. So,
I had this on VHS.
Yeah.
I remember I had a huge stuffed animal of it.
yeah, I didn't like Five Goes West.
Me either.
I
The
love
first
the
one's a
original
classic.
American Tail.
There was no cats in America, and the streets is filled with cheese.
Yeah.
I said I love the original American Tail.
Yeah. Like, it was I don't know, the Don Bluth, that's one thing I will say. For me, any Don Bluth film was hit or miss for me because I did like American Tail, but there were other, the animation style I wasn't into. What was another Don Bluth movie besides American Tail? Made in that same animation style. There was,
Didn't he do the Lord of the Rings?
yeah, and listen,
Oh,
I
what
will
about
be
that
one
one
person to
with
tell you I could not stand Lord of the Rings. Like,
What?
yeah, I could not stand the original.
The movie?
The original.
He did.
Both.
He did The Land Before Time.
Yes, which is my favorite. Couldn't stand the book, and I was forced to read the book in junior high school as punishment. Because my teacher was
love
like,
Lord of the Rings.
he was like, "Yo, listen, since you don't want to read this," he was like, "You're gonna read Lord of the Rings and tell me about it." That's how I knew about it. Didn't like it. I didn't like the original Lord of the Rings cartoon. The animated movie, I didn't like Lord of the Rings, and believe it or not, the only
Oh, that's
Lord
an animated?
There was the original before the movies. It was an animated movie.
Yeah,
done by Don Bluth in his studio.
That.
And there was an original animated Lord of the Rings, and
that shit is scary.
Yeah, and that's
1978. I didn't even know about
that animation is scary.
Yeah, I didn't watch that. And then two, the only Lord of the Rings movie I ever watched was the last one with the 15 different endings.
Yeah,
like
Return of the King.
Yeah, which would not end.
That's my only Lord of the Rings memory is just being in the theater and getting up 17 times and having to sit back down.
Yep.
I just remember getting frustrated because I was like, "Why is this shit still?"
Yo, them hobbits in the animation. I'm looking at them right now. Them niggas is terrifying.
Yep. And then on top of that, like I agree with Jay and Silent Bob. Not Jay and Silent. What was it? Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back? No. It wasn't Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. It was Clerks 2, where they were talking about Lord of the Rings, and he was like, "Yeah," he said, like I had to sit through like 20 different endings of Lord of the Rings before we could get up.
Like, it was one of those things where like the guy was on the editing floor, and then they were like, "So what are we gonna cut?" Nothing. We leaving all this shit in.
Which is true. That's what it was like. But
like when you buy the DVD, there are no deleted scenes.
And what's sad about it is Lord of the Rings annoyed me to the point where I dated this girl who was such a huge fan. And this is when I will say to any fan out there, do not let your hormones take over your life.
Oh, wow.
All right. Because my brain was telling me run away. But my hormones and mine was like, do you see the body on this girl?
Wow.
Like, whatever she wants to watch, you're going to watch it. And I ended up watching Lord of the Rings 1, 2, and Return of the King. And no, she dragged me to the theater to go see Return of the King. And that was the second time I saw Return of the King.
Get payment for your suffering.
We're not going to talk about that. I'm just going to tell you that there's a point where kids, if you're out there, keep your mind and don't let your hormones rule your life when it comes to watching things. Don't let a woman lead you down the wrong path.
Wow. This is Sean's PSA.
Yeah,
folks.
right.
Yeah, like, this we're in the 80s.
Like this
Sean's 80s PSA.
As you
know.
And I'm saying this for men and women. Don't let the opposite sex rule you, take you down a path of a place you don't want to be.
Oh, but before you move on, I got to honor my mom by bringing up a cartoon called Little Clowns of Happy Town.
I've heard of that, and Jesus, she took it back. Like,
my mom used to love that cartoon show.
Little Clowns of Happy Town.
Little Clowns of Happy Town, spreading happiness around.
That's when nobody knew what anime was.
Yo, this is mad terrifying. Yo, what is this?
Little Clowns of Happy Town.
Yo, there's like this black kid with a whole bunch of clowns. Yo, what is this show?
It used to come on right after Pound Puppies.
Nah, this is terrifying. I ain't down with that.
Not that I want to freak anybody out, but
you can add that.
Do you realize like Pound Puppies takes on a whole new meaning?
Yeah.
Like now, like it ruined my childhood. Like I want to find the person that ruined it and just want to punch him in the face. Like you don't ruin Pound Puppies. I know what it sounds like and I know what it means, but you don't ruin Pound Puppies for anybody. Yeah. All right? Damn it, people! Like the internet is terrible, yo. Like
Arthur's ruined now for me because all them damn memes they did for Arthur. He's like a walking meme now. Like I can't even watch Arthur anymore.
You know what's bugged out is like Nadya is quiet, so I think she's looking this stuff up on the internet. She's like Pound Puppies.
Yeah, I'm not wasting my clown. What?
Little Clown of Happy Town. Look at that. Click on images. You're gonna see the most creepiest. Like, what is that? Like
they had a banging theme song.
Why did you watch this?
My mom made me watch because my mom used to like the theme song.
Ooh, they look creepy.
How did you not have nightmares with this?
Because the song was so happy and cheerful.
Hold on, I gotta hear this real quick, folks. I got a Little Clown of Happy Town theme song. Hold on.
For some reason, I think the theme song starts and it's happy, and just like in the WWE when Doink became a heel, like you'll just smile and the music would change. Like,
all right, that's enough.
It's like that candy.
Nah.
First they're sour, then they're sweet.
Nah, that's enough. Enough of that.
Okay, so now
debate now.
We're about to go
Speaking
into
of themes.
we're about to go into something that Justin Jerrell and I have been debating. We bought Nadya. We dragged Nadya into this. We dragged her into this sad man screaming existence of what is the greatest cartoon theme song ever. And
request to go last, please.
Yeah,
go ahead.
No, so this is sparked debate because it's like asking who's your favorite basketball player, LeBron or Jordan, and
neither.
And like we have so many things to choose from, and I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna tell you what my favorite.
Turn that clown off, man.
What my favorite, and you're gonna have to give me a second. You're gonna have to bear with me. So I'm gonna turn it over to Justin real quick and let him
find it. Yeah.
No. I'm gonna what do you call? Actually, so my favorite theme song, and it's strictly because the guitar riff in this song was fire from beginning to end, and we're just gonna, because we don't want to get copyright striked. We're gonna play part of what I think is the greatest theme song for a cartoon ever. And Justin, if you could please play.
Is it what I think it is? This
Yes.
one? All right.
Let's
Let's
cue it up.
cue it up. Here we go.
Stop the crunchiness.
Oh, sorry, we got
Celebrate
ads.
your girls.
It's YouTube.
I was about to say, wait, what?
Here we go.
Can I give Sean a hug, please?
Wings of silver, nerves of steel. Silver hawks, partly metal, partly real. Silver hawks.
No, you got to play the end though.
Okay.
No. But, I mean, we can't
Which
because
song
you
was
can't.
that?
But
Silverhawks.
you really can't because then you get copyright strike.
No, I didn't say play the whole thing.
We just did a pause.
Just
so
play like
hold
the
on.
last 10 seconds.
last 10 seconds. Okay.
Give me like the last 10 seconds. That shit used to send chills up my spine.
Right.
Every single. That is. The,
Well, if you can rewind it back,
Yeah.
you can rewind it back to. I'll tell you what my favorite.
Oh, yeah,
part-
you said the guitar
with the,
solo.
with the guitar riff.
Right here?
Okay, yeah.
All right, hold on.
Like
Sean took my number one. Like,
And-
there's no debate.
And my thing is, it's only because we're tag teaming on this, because I figured you and
Yeah.
Nadya would have better with whatever.
90s
but there's,
probably, yeah.
But I have to say, like that right there. And I'm gonna let Jerrell make his point. That right there was probably, like, as a kid, I remember my mom walking in, like, if you don't get your ass off that bed and start ruining my bed, and I had like her broomstick, and it's like that part would come on, and I would just sit there and start like rocking out like to that one guitar riff. And she walk in, she'd be like, I don't know what the hell is wrong with you or who you think you are, but you better get your damn feet off that bed and bring my broomstick back in the kitchen. Like, and don't that theme song used to get you so hyped up. And I don't even know, like, I would hear it, I'd be in the kitchen and I would break my ass to run back down the hallway just to watch the opening. And I've probably seen the opening like 100 times.
Yeah.
But I just had to really go back and watch that opening. So for me, greatest cartoon theme song for me, and I have other honorable mentions, but we're going to start this debate off with Silverhawks. Greatest cartoon.
I mean, he's right though. Like, I have a top 5. I can give you my top 5, but he's right. The greatest cartoon theme song of all time is Silverhawks.
Well, my argument with that is it as memorable as this one? Like, because everybody knows this. It's the most catchiest cartoon theme song of all time. Anyone who has never even watched a cartoon probably is recognizing this. This one has longevity. Has the guy sing his ass off. I mean,
even the new version has.
Even
it's a girl singing her ass off.
Yeah, it's like probably the greatest one now. Like anyone could pick up DuckTales, and I'm not saying Silverhawk, that theme song. Like, I was listening to it right now. I'm just like, damn, he might win this debate. I was just like, yo, this shit is fire. But I'm just like, But DuckTales, that theme song is just, it's timeless. It is such a classic.
It wins the longevity battle, but for me, like the difference is when you listen to the DuckTales theme, it makes you smile, like you feel happy.
Yes.
But
Good nostalgia.
But the Silverhawk song, that shit literally like gives you chill. Like every time the ending kicks in and they go Silverhawk, like the hair on the back of my neck stands up and I start twitching. Like it's a different kind of nostalgia. Like it's a happy nostalgia. It's an emotional nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? It's not just I'm happy. It's like you feel that shit.
But I get emotional when I hear DuckTales, like, because that's just like a nice.
But it's not this. But when you listen to DuckTales, does it almost bring you to tears?
Yeah, like.
Like DuckTales makes me smile like the Cheshire Cat. Like when I listen to Silverhawks, like I need to step out of the room. Like I need to step out of the room and like gather my thoughts.
I mean, granted, like if you want to compare songs, like I will definitely.
I love.
I would agree that Silverhawks has a way better production. Like that dude looked like he put his life into that.
But that's what I'm saying as far as like the '80s car. Like my number because I said I had a top 5. Silverhawks is my number 1. My number 2 is Thundercats. Mm-hmm. Do you remember the Thundercat? Like
who does not remember Thundercats?
This woman left that shit on the floor. Like when she goes thunder, thunder, like you get to the edge, you start getting at the edge of your seat, you start pushing people, you mush your little brother. He's like, "What are you doing? Shut up!"
Well, let me ask Nadya. Nadya, since I guess you have to help Jerrell. I'm not Jerrell. Justin with his theme song, DuckTales theme song for you. Nadya.
Oh wait. Oh, say it again.
Or mine.
Well, what's yours? What's
your favorite theme song?
That shit is tough. I have a couple. I'm gonna have to go with X-Men.
The first one?
Yeah.
Well, give him a little snippet of the X-Men.
For those who don't know, who's been living under a rock for years, if you don't know this theme song, I mean, this is a
Previously on X.
Sorry. But that's not the best part, folks. This is the best part.
Yeah, the Jubilee part was my favorite part.
Okay, the X-Men. I mean, but keep in mind, DuckTales for me wasn't my favorite theme song. That was just like what I consider was probably the best because of its longevity and impact. So
Nadya, what was the second one?
Yeah, because are we just going with song or with theme?
Theme songs from
in general.
Yeah, theme songs in general.
No, I mean like visual or just sound.
No, sound. Like you could be in another room and you hear it.
Because I was gonna say, also Batman Beyond is one that I think forever.
Yes.
I remember Batman Beyond.
I'm gonna be obsessed with that theme.
That is just like
it never caught me. It never caught me though.
No, I am hooked on that shit to this day. I'll bang out.
The Batman Beyond.
Yeah, I remember the Batman Beyond thing. It just
this part right here. No,
because they played it throughout the entire episode.
No, that's not the favorite part. It's that this right here. You got the guy dancing like this.
Oh, that's so 90s.
That is like damn. I think 90s has some themes too.
No, they do. But the 90s was more music and not. See, our songs had lyrics. Like artists, like music artists, like they got their career. I
think one of the best things is that even the 90s song like Batman Beyond, I will agree. Like you can run. What was even better than that for me was Batman animated series. Like the start of that. Like you just sit there, like you know what it is.
The
like
Danny Elfman thing. Yeah,
I used to hear that, and I swear to you, and this is just embarrassing. Like I would hear that song and go jump on top of my dresser and crouch down like I'm stalking people. Like
then you hear the
Shirley Walker, ladies and gentlemen.
the lightning in the background.
Yes.
Like that's the best. I think that's the best part.
Like you right there. You just felt like seriously, if I felt like if I was a crime fighter in real life, I would have to play that in my headphones every time you jump down to go fight somebody because you just get hyped up. So I will agree, the Batman like both Batman Beyond and Batman the Animated Series theme songs, were fire because
those are some of my tops.
I mean, if you want to know my favorite theme song of all time, it's definitely not DuckTales. It is another Disney cartoon.
Yeah, Darkwing Duck.
That theme song right here is fire.
Yeah, no, it is. See, that's one of those songs where it's like a tear comes to your eye.
Yeah.
Which one?
Darkwing Duck.
Oh, hell yeah, that's another one.
But his numbers up.
3, 2, 1. Like I can listen. I randomly listen to that song at times just because that dude went in.
Yeah,
like he. Like, I do agree with you. Like, back in the days, and this is just for all of us just growing up in the 80s and 90s, our theme songs, these people were in, like, life dependent on, like, yo, I'm going to get signed doing this theme song.
Yep.
That's what I'm like, I mean, we all remember Thundercats, right? Yeah. Like, that was, like, it was one of those songs
I don't
where
think I played that yet.
You know, like, it got you, like, out of your chair. That's why it's I mean, a lot of people will put if we're talking 80s, people will put Thundercats over Silverhawks, but I mean, Silverhawks is number one.
I was gonna say too, though, like one of my favorite openings was also Men in Black.
Oh yeah,
like that opening was fire, like visually.
Yeah, that was a good show.
I remember that.
But this
Thundercats, hear the magic, hear the roar.
I'm like, why did no one remake this? They had like breakdowns.
I mean, they had this person did a orchestra version of this theme. It's so epic. Like, hold on,
Feel the magic, hear the roar.
Let me see if I can find that real quick.
Thunder, 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 thunder.
You'd be like, yeah!
I mean, that gets you, like, that's actually on my list as one of the greatest of all time because just the way, but this is like I was talking about with this guy. He did he made the orchestra version of this.
Then that's too many. I want to throw Sailor Moon in there too.
well, I have to agree.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon,
evil by
that
the
opening was
moonlight.
beautiful.
like, was I the only dude that used to think Chitara was so hot? I don't know how. Like,
you weren't the only one.
Hold on, I think it's Nadya. This one.
I was
Let's
also
see if this is the theme song you're talking about. Yeah,
Yep.
this one?
Yes.
I was a fan of Sailor Venus.
yo, listen, I'm sorry. Like I have to say, Sailor Moon was the hype song.
Yeah.
Like,
That was the shit.
but you know what was bugged out? This is why I always say that Japanese animation always took it to a different level. You would I was shocked that they put it on TV because there's a point where she's transforming and she's just nude.
Yeah.
And I always said, like, I'm shocked that they let this go on TV. I mean, even though it's just a silhouette. I mean, we were in the U.S. U.S. doesn't let anything go. And she would fly around. I was like, hey, is that chick naked? Like, but you just couldn't stop watching. Sailor Moon had bomb ass stories because I almost went to a Halloween dress up at St. Mary's, which was my junior high school, as Tuxedo Mask.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Des will kill me if I don't give this a shout out. So, of course, my Dragon Ball Z, Japanese. I mean, this is always going to be another one of those top theme songs. Like, it's catchy as hell.
I wasn't into Dragon Ball Z's theme song. I was into the show more than I was into the theme song.
And for you Toonami fans, 1 second.
Oh, Toonami.
For you Toonami intro fans, hold on, let me see if I can get. There it is.
Toonami in general.
Yeah, this is the one people remember.
Yep.
This is the one everybody remembers, but I remember Chahala.
Dragon Ball Z. Dragon.
That's the one everybody remembers. But I grew up in the Japanese version.
If we're doing anime for a second, I never watched the show, but the Inuyasha music is the shit.
Oh yeah, of course.
Specifically, "Come My Way," 4 seasons. And there was one song that sounded Spanish that I don't know the name of it because I don't understand what the hell she's saying. But it goes dit 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 dit.
Oh, the ending thing. Hold on one second. I got it for you.
Come my way. Yeah, that was what shit. Yep. Inuyasha had the best anime theme music ever. The entire
I had to
This
disagree.
is giving me like Kylie Minogue, like
Yeah,
Dateline.
no, you're right. Oh, first of all,
Nah,
that didn't have
I have to
the
argue with
best.
that one.
That didn't have the best theme
Anime,
song
nah.
ending.
and I never watched the show though.
Yeah, I did.
But the theme music is the shit.
I'll tell you why. I used to watch Inuyasha because my first year of college, like I used to stay up late night because I never did my projects on time, and I used to watch Adult Swim when Inuyasha used to come on at 2:00 and at 4:00 in the morning.
Shit.
And like because I was up,
Yeah.
and that's how I got to know Inuyasha. But ending theme song before Justin plays anything
Yep.
that had multiple
my bad.
versions of the ending because they did an R&B version, a rock version, opera version, Neon Genesis.
Yep.
The ending,
Fly me to the moon.
the ending song.
Fly me to
They
the
did every single version of that song.
They could think of.
They could think of to do that. It's like every episode you had a different version.
Oh, I'm about to find it right now. This is what I think this is. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure this is not in. Yep. Fly me to the moon. This is one of the versions for Neon Genesis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but they did a rock version, a rap version, everything of that song.
Never heard of it.
Damn, can I throw a 2000s out there though?
Yeah,
Sure,
by all
go
means.
ahead.
I was gonna say Samurai Champloo got the best music new job is.
What? Yo,
Shamrock Chop. I'm getting
Samurai
it
Champloo opening theme song.
right now. Battle Cry.
That shit was like my ringtone.
Yo,
Hold on. Is this it? Battle Cry.
yo, she took it. Yo,
Yes.
you just
This one.
Ah!
Yo, that shit is bumping. Yo.
That's an anime song?
yes.
It's hip hop anime.
I'm about to say, who made that? It was ain't nobody in Japan made that.
Yeah, Nujaba.
Yep.
He
Shit.
passed away, but he was amazing.
Wow.
I love hip hop anime.
First of all, you haven't watched Samurai Champloo. That was the
That's my
theme.
favorite anime.
That was
Oh,
the
it's shampoo with an
Yeah,
L. I thought
yeah.
you said shampoo.
Yeah, it was
No.
like it was a hip hop themed samurai anime. Everything they did throughout the entire all the episodes, the entire series was hip hop themed. So even when they fought, they had banging ass hip hop beats. You know what? I'll lend it to you. I have the DVD in the house. I have the entire series, the complete series. Everything they did was all hip hop based. Even when they fought, if they cursed in there, you would hear what do you call it? They would do a record scratch. Like they would, they would do turntable scratches whenever they cursed. Whenever they did anything, when the fight started, you would have the bomb ass songs.
They didn't drop the N-bomb, did they?
No, they didn't. They should have. Like, I mean, there's even a fan made trailer. What's his name? What's it? Guggen? No, damn it,
Mugen.
Mugen.
Yeah.
Versus what do you call it? Afro Samurai, which was a
I
fire.
do remember Afro Samurai.
Afro Samurai was like both seasons. First of all, Samuel L. Jackson, shout out to him for because he
That
didn't have
was
to
dope, too.
talk much, but
Yeah.
Afro Samurai was like fire, and it only got two seasons. But it was like because he was just trying to make it to number one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he did, and then they did the remix, and it was pretty good.
Another favorite? Sorry.
Oh yeah, you gotta
The
go.
Boondocks.
Yeah, you gotta go with the
Yeah.
Boondocks.
Oh yeah, you just played it.
I literally just. I done started
The Boondocks counts as anime though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Still. But
I was gonna say no,
But
number,
it's not 90s, but
yeah.
I mean, right now
That's my
we're
other
just trying to find the greatest.
Well,
But
I was gonna say number 3 on my list, G.I. Joe. But there's a condition, and Sean knows the condition.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the G.I. Joe theme. Okay. We're talking about the G.I. Joe animated movie theme.
Oh yes, you're talking about
there's a
which
difference.
one? The first.
Just do G.I. Joe animated movie theme. There is a huge difference between the two.
Let me see
You
this.
can make Play-Doh candy with a
Sorry, folks. I'm looking at this stuff on YouTube, so you're gonna hear some ads from time to time. Hold on. Let me see. This is it.
Because the movie gave us something we didn't get.
Hold on. Is this it?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Well, go back. To
To the beginning.
Yeah. Because
Yep.
because it was centered around the villains. That's why it has like that ominous.
Yeah.
But that's not the best part. Let it play a little bit. Wait till the lyrics kick in.
Crashing through the sky comes a fearful cry. Cobra!
Okay, that is fire. I mean, this is a movie.
This is one dude that goes Cobra.
Like that was like you saw me here. You just saw bouncing your head like yo. You ever saw that new meme with the cat that's bouncing his head?
And they put the Cobra song on there.
Yeah, like if you play that, and I'm gonna find that cat shaking his head theme, and you play that with the cat, you will lose your shit.
That
Like,
song went hard for no.
yes,
Cobra.
like
But as a kid, when we used to watch the regular cartoon, they basically cut all the Cobra stuff out. Mm-hmm. All we got was G.I. Joe. Like we did, but when we saw the movie, we were like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that went hard. That went hard. Even I was like, yo, Cobra.
But when you get the chance, listen to the whole song, and you will want to play that every 4th of July.
And this is on one of my lists. I mean, it is technically the theme song of a movie, but it's still a cartoon. I just once again gotta give a shout out to Tevin Campbell as Powerline for Goofy Movie.
Oh, this the closeout though. This the closeout.
Eye to Eye, love it. I mean, the dude went and he actually does this song in his concert.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Like it's one of his most popular songs. Like,
nah, Tevin, shout out because Tevin Campbell was like a really underrated. I mean, even though he got his props, a really underrated R&B singer. He really like. I have a lot of his albums on repeat. Like,
what's his name? Powerline in the
yeah, that's the artist name, Powderline.
Like, like for me, I have like my favorite songs from him is like "Don't Say Goodbye," "I'm Ready," "Can We Talk." You know, some when he got older, I just want to be alone with you. Also, like he was really, but you know what? You got to give him props because his tutelage and his teacher was Prince.
Yeah,
like because he did a lot of songs, but when he did that should just show you they picked him to do Powerline, and he blew it up.
Yeah.
Like that was like that's all people remember from like
it's like he's more popular than the movie.
Yeah, no, the movie was popular itself, but he
Everyone's
was just like
cosplaying it now.
yeah, like he's just off the hook.
Wow.
I mean, another one, I like since we're on guitar riffs, this one for me, the 90s version, like the 89s version of the Chipmunks theme. This went hard with the down. Like this one was, just listen to that guitar riff. That was,
to have some fun. We'll bring you action and satisfaction. We're the Chipmunks.
Right here.
Yes, I know all the lyrics.
yeah, who doesn't know the lyrics? But just that. Like, it was just freaking fire. Like, when I was a kid, because that used to come on, like, around, they used to rerun it, because it was on 89, so it was borderline 90s. So, but I watched it in the 90s. When I heard that guitar riff, when I was just like, yo, like how Silverhawks did for you. I was just like, yo, that guitar riff is just sick with it. But it
underrated Chipmunks theme is actually sung by the Chipettes. It's called Diamond Dolls from the Chipmunks movie.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
That was the shit.
Yeah.
And Nadya, what was one of the songs you were bringing up?
For what?
But another underrated song for your choice, like in 80s and 90s. It doesn't even matter 2000s.
At this point, it don't matter anymore.
It don't matter,
I got two more.
What I figured is instead of us trying to pick, we can put in the comments. List your vote for which one do you think is the best? DuckTales or Silverhawks, and the fans can leave their.
Well, he said DuckTales wasn't his number one.
I mean, no, it's not my favorite, but I'm saying what I think is. Even though it's not my favorite, doesn't mean I don't think it's the best. I think that's truly one of the best. I mean,
so whichever one, Nadya, you think is
between those two.
Well, no, greatest theme song. We're gonna let the fans pick what's the greatest. Theme song
they'll let us decide who won that.
Yeah,
go with DuckTales. Y'all know the deal.
Wait, but I'm confused. Am I going with just the 80s, 90s?
Oh, no, anything
at this
now.
point, pick
anything
whatever
you like.
think.
What's your favorite at this point?
I'm going to go with Samurai Champloo then.
Oh, yeah.
Which I cannot disagree with.
That
Samurai that is the most fire intro.
I got to go back to that
song that you can.
I got to hear that beat drop one more time.
Do it. Drop the beat.
That drop is just...
I swear when you played it the first time, I was like, oh, that's dope. When is he going to play the anime song? Wow.
You got to remember, you can't play all of it. I wish.
Freaking YouTube.
I was going to say number 4, Gem and the Holograms.
Oh, yes.
Like
I had to play a little bit of that.
Do you remember Gem, Nadya?
I do, but I feel like I remember another similar cartoon a little more. I just can't remember the damn name. I kind of remember it.
Gem's like, ooh, Gem. Magic and glitter, fashion and face. Truly outrageous.
I just got to hit this part.
Yeah, you know the part. Whoa, Gem.
No, that's the.
No, I know the part he's talking about.
Yeah, right here.
You got to crank that up for a second.
What?
Oh no, you skipped it.
I gotta pause it.
No, you skipped it.
I know, I'm pausing it real quick so you two don't go crazy. 1 second, hold on, folks. I got you.
We are the misfits.
And we're gonna get her.
Yo.
I'm about to say, I'm gonna need you not to sing along with that. People gonna start going. Is he singing the theme song?
Yeah,
No,
that theme song is fire.
You don't understand. Like Gem and the Holograms.
That theme song is too catchy. I never watched, like, as a kid, I didn't watch that show, but I knew.
I did. Like, you
Yeah,
couldn't.
I didn't watch the show. I didn't watch the show,
I did.
but I just knew that theme song. I was just like, I want to watch the show, but this is when you're in a nice, like, this is a girl show. I'm not watching this.
I mean, when you have an older sister, there's no such thing as this is a girl show.
No, but it didn't matter. Like, I had no shame when I was sitting there. Like Gem came on, and I wasn't doing like most people do. I see girls like dancing to the song and like doing her moves. No, that wasn't me. But I would definitely be bobbing my head to it, like, because Gem was actually a good cartoon.
Yeah, it was.
Like they had good themes, good what do you call it? Morals and everything else with it. Like they had
good villains. They had the misfits.
Oh, this was the one. I don't think you guys did remember. Princess Guinevere and the Jewel Riders.
I do remember that.
That
I
sounds
had
familiar.
all the freaking toys. They were like these fairies that would like spin and fly around everywhere.
Yes.
Okay, let me get the theme song.
I remember them more than Gem because this is a little later.
Okay.
Well, Gem old. Gem is like 84.
This is the one Nadya was talking about.
Not the song. I'm talking about the show.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I'm about to say, I'm pretty sure she's like that.
This show was kind of like Gem.
Oh. I thought she wanted to be playing
early '90s Gem.
She silently just said, "Yo, Justin, turn that shit off."
like nobody wants to hear that. We said the show was good, not the song. Like
I say that look closer. That looks closer to She-Ra
than anything.
Yeah, it looks more like She-Ra with her
turn
on
that shit off. What is that trash?
Only because she's on the flying horse.
Like, there was a point where, like, earlier before we started the show, like, Jerrell was giving his disdain for the gem for the recent Gem movie, and he was like, first of all, she wasn't even an orphan. Like, it was like that was like the whole caveat of everything. Like, she wasn't even an orphan in the show.
Like
that pissed me off. The cartoon was she was an orphan who inherited a music company. But she also ran an orphanage because she was an orphan.
How dare you know who your parents are?
And then when the movie came out, I was like, wait, she has both parents?
Wow.
Like, and then on top of that, she didn't have the magic earrings, and she didn't have Synergy sitting there leading her. Like, it killed it for any. I'll agree with it for any kid from the 80s and 90s to see it like that. I understand they did the movie for the millennials, but you completely trashed a great cartoon for what to have her as a YouTube star.
Because Jem was a rock star, and the movie made her some teenage girl trying to become a YouTube sensation.
Look, this isn't a cartoon, but damn it, since we're on theme songs, I mean,
I got one.
You absolutely cannot not talk about theme songs in general without mentioning this. And you want to talk guitar riff, you want to talk just theme songs in general that's just catchy as hell. I mean, this one to me for live action, like kids shows, this might be one of the
Well, I feel like I know them. I know
you
this.
better know this, Jerrell.
I feel like I know.
Okay. I know you know this part.
Oh shit!
Hey.
You know how long it's been since I heard this, the original Power Rangers? I will say this though. I watched the movie. I watched the new Power Rangers movie.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, well, I didn't ooze.
The black kid stole the show, the movie. But I will say this though. The moment in the movie where they got in the Zords and they finally was ready to form the Zord. When they formed and then all of a sudden the music just kicked in, go, everybody in the theater went fucking bananas.
We did too. Yeah. We saw the theaters, me show was just like, yeah.
I jumped out of my chair and the girl I was with looked at me like, what the fuck is wrong?
No, like then
because I was like, you don't understand. Like that touched my heart.
Because you gotta understand, we got one decent Power Rangers movie, and then we got the Secret. No, the Secret of the Ooze was
Secret of the Ooze is Turtles. Like, no, but the villain's name was Ivan Ooze.
Like, and I'm like,
Damn, I remember liking Ooze.
Like, I was like, what is this trash villain?
I had a Power Ranger birthday every year too.
Damn. I was like, yo, I don't even know that, but Power Rangers was fire.
Yeah, it was,
like,
man.
But there's a show if anybody wants to check it out on Netflix. It's called The Toys That Made Us.
Yeah.
And if you watch that, they tell you an entire story about the Power Rangers franchise, like
how they ripped off Voltron.
No, it's not that they ripped off. This was a Japanese show because you got to understand, like they didn't change any of the footage that you see where the Zords are fighting.
That's the original.
That's the original. The only thing they filmed, which you got to give Saban credit for, was they only filmed the American parts.
Yeah, the high school with Zordon and everything.
The juice bar.
Yeah, that's all they filmed. Everything else, and they did a great job mixing that together to make it look like it was seamless.
That's why the Yellow Ranger didn't have a skirt, and the Pink Ranger had a skirt.
Yeah, and I was just like, okay, I was like, well, that's fire. And shout out, rest in peace to the original Yellow Ranger.
Oh yeah,
who she passed away, Trini. Which terrible enough. Like, I really want to tell Saban, like, it wasn't until the seasons went on that he started to realize his racist intent with everything in the Power Rangers. The white guy was red. Yeah, the black guy was black. The gay guy was blue. Like, and the Asian girl was
the yellow ranger.
Yellow. Like,
they did good at math and everything.
They did a Power Rangers spoof, like an audio spoof.
College Humor did a spoof of that.
I don't remember who did the spoof, but I just remember they spoofed the episode where they got their individual weapons for the first time, and then when Zordon gave them their weapons, the Black Ranger goes, "Well, I got to get the gun because I'm black."
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
But it was a shotgun axe.
Yeah, and then the wild thing is they did another spoof where he was like, "Wait, why do I have to be the Black Ranger?"
Yeah, College Humor did that.
Yeah, it's like, why am I the Black Ranger?
Zordon is racist. It's called.
Yeah, I saw it. Then we got SPD, or Power Rangers SPD, where the Red Ranger and the leader was finally a black dude.
Yeah,
He was like a black dude with dreads.
That's why I said, yo, Power Rangers, shout out that you guys finally got it together.
And they gave us a they gave us a black Pink Ranger, and then the internet almost shut it down.
You know, both of them, the Yellow Ranger and Pink Ranger came back together like to show what they look like now. I mean, they didn't age terribly, but they.
I mean, I did not mention the show. I'm sorry, everybody, but Rugrats.
Oh yeah, Rugrats.
Oh my god, how can we forget?
I can't forget Rugrats.
Yeah, I was about to say, take me.
Oh,
Yo, but
I'm
here's the
thinking
thing.
Blackstreet. Right?
But see, here's the thing. Like, I remember that, but I also, with Jerrell, I remember Maya and Blackstreet singing "Take Me There."
Yeah.
Like, I don't. For some reason, I felt like that should always be the theme song.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and not like.
best part of the song.
Oh, that was the best thing ever.
You know, there's a version with the actual Rugrats theme.
Yeah, that's the original with Mace.
Yeah.
With well, no, Mace was Mace and his brother were on the original with the Rugrats theme. Then Teddy remixed it with the Jacksons. I Want You Back, and that's that's the one that everybody remembers. That joint is fire.
Yeah, how we forget Rugrats?
That's how I was just like, wait a minute, I forgot Rugrats. I was like, that was my favorite Nick show till Hey Arnold came out. So.
So I'll give you one. This is my number 5 on my top 5 list, and I'm pretty sure only Sean is gonna remember this. Do you remember Pole Position?
Oh hell yeah! But I hated Pole Position for a while.
The theme was the shit.
Yeah, I kind of hated.
Position.
Yeah, because Pole Position was actually a video game,
Like
and it was an Atari. It was an Atari video game that they turned into a cartoon.
Like, Sean is the only person.
Oh, I gotta hear a little bit of snippet once the ad is done.
Yeah,
Pole
like
position.
Jesus, yo, stop dating us. Like stop bringing us back. Like,
From now on, like your parents were, you are the secret force of pole position.
I'm sorry, I got a dirty mind.
Okay, sis.
Wait till the hook kicks in. They were a brother and sister crime fighting duo that had talking cars.
What's behind this
Wait, why is there a monkey?
because there's just a monkey in there. It was the least favorite of my shows. I used to just watch it because
We talk about the show. We talk about the theme. Like, say what you want about the show. The theme was the shit.
it was like not just about to bring up one of the greatest theme songs ever made.
Mask. Hold on, no, I gotta do that right. This is Mask.
Oh. I never watched Mask.
This dude went hard on this theme song. Like,
But see, but that's how you know it was a 90s cartoon theme song. Like, when you listen to the amount of passion that went into the song, you're like, oh, that shit came out in the 80s, didn't it?
Yeah, like,
It's like, how do you know? Because your man's going too hard. For
you know what I'm saying?
He going mad hard for
Yo,
no reason.
I'm seriously, most 80s theme songs sang like they was trying to win a Grammy.
Yeah.
Like they all.
I mean, I give you that. Like, I do give you that. Like, the 80s, these guys went. I mean, but I would say instrumental wise, the 90s had.
Yeah,
they had way better songs. Like, even if you didn't have lyrics to DuckTales, you would still just be
the
like,
beat is still, the 90s definitely had better. They had great themes, but we're talking themes with lyrics.
I mean, they had better melodies. The 90s had, like, I mean, it's Dexter's Laboratory.
See, but the 80s, like, you could tell, like, they actually had the band. Like, there was no beat machine. Like, these motherfuckers got in the studio with a guitar and with real drums.
Let's get this Emmy for this kid song right here. But yeah, you guys gonna have to decide which one y'all like better, Silverhawks or DuckTales, because I mean, I might just. I'm thinking about throwing in the towel for this one.
We'll put it up. You have Silverhawks, DuckTales, and Samurai Champloo.
Yeah.
Which one do you think? Because listen, let me tell you something. Regardless of anything, Samurai Champloo kind of stops you for a second when you're listening to all the theme songs together, and you're just kind of like, what will make you bob your head to the riff? So what we're gonna
Come on, people.
Yeah, I mean,
that's just too addictive, man.
But that's not fair though, because I like hip hop, so I'm always going. I'm gonna pick the hip.
So
like,
we're gonna play.
I'm black, man. Like I can't deny the beat.
So we're gonna play Samurai Champloo one last time. Now we're gonna play
Silverhawks.
You should go to the some days, some nights.
Okay, she's going in with the steam. Okay.
Towards the end.
Oh, it's towards the end. Hold on. All right. Oh, I see what she means because I just saw the sun. Ooh. Oh. Wait, where is it? Oh.
Now play like the last 25 seconds.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie. That shit. Damn, fuck DuckTales. that shit is too fire. Oh, damn. That shit is just. And for you.
Actually, no. You have to play the beginning of Silverhawks because that's.
Sean want to hear that guitar riff.
No, it's like the beginning itself.
Yeah. It's like, how do you not like the hawk in the background?
Okay, and now we're gonna play.
Classic.
I'm about to tear up now.
Probably the greatest theme song.
He said the classic.
It is a classic. I mean,
Life is like a hurricane.
It's like, now I feel better.
you feel better.
Like I was about to cry, now I feel better.
I mean, but that's not the best part.
Every day that I am making.
You trying to tell me this dude didn't go hard?
No, he did. No, he did, but
Like this part right here.
woo! But I gotta say this. If we're talking Disney Afternoon, it's
Darkwing Duck.
It's Darkwing Duck.
Yeah.
But that tailspin calypso break, like you gotta run back the tailspin calypso part.
See, I gotta go to Tailspin full version then.
Like that's hard. Like that and the Rescue Rangers theme where they gave your man the saxophone solo.
Oh yeah, that joint had me in tears. Like
like
wow.
Nadya, like I know you heard that.
Oh, let's see. Hold on.
Because it ended after spin it.
But once that calypso shit come in, you be like,
It's just for notoriety, folks. This is what he means with the Rescue Rangers.
Why did we stuff Reese's?
I mean, we all like Reese's Pieces, so you know.
Because you can't handle
Reese's peanut butter cup.
But this is way too.
She said this. Sound is out?
Is it?
Oh,
Oh. No. You there? Speak.
she can't.
Oh, I have no idea. She can't hear us. That's weird. Everything's fine.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
It like went out.
Oh. I don't know.
Well, you know what it is because we're playing all that through the thing. So, but I mean, it's time. It's 1:52. It's time for us to wrap it up.
But anyway,
you know, like So for all the fans out there, what you're gonna do is when you hear this podcast, you're gonna listen to the theme songs. You can fast forward to whatever the theme songs are as you hear it, and in the comments, just let us know what's the best theme song. Which one do you think is one of the greatest theme songs? You have the Silverhawks theme song, you have the Samurai Champloo theme song, and the DuckTales theme song. Which do you think is probably one of the greatest cartoon theme songs ever? And if you have any honorable mentions that we forgot during there might be a theme song, just leave them in the comments and let us know what's one. So I'm going to say this is Sean, the True Comic Fan. You can catch me on here, Justin vs. Sean, powered by Otakus Geeks. You can also catch me on my other show, Chronicles, which is Ratchet and Wild Tales, And
now I hear you again.
Yeah. And you can catch me on Beer and Goods, which is just started up again. We'll be doing new episodes starting in December. So that's where you can catch me.
All right, this is Jerrell, a.k.a. The Icon. Check me out on YouTube at Red Eyes Entertainment. That's Red Eyes with a Z. We're still doing reviews for Swamp Thing. We're halfway through, 5 episodes in the table, 5 more to go. And then once Swamp Thing's over, we will be reviewing Titans.
Nadya?
Hey guys, Gotham Geek Girl. You can catch me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Doing some comic reviews and anything geek.
And Justin here, otakusandgeeks.com. Just a quick thing before we sign up. Since you listen to this on ONG, we have a holiday gift guide coming soon, so be on the lookout for that. We're also going to be doing a review on Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales coming soon. And we're going to be doing, depending on the gift stuff that we're getting, we're going to be doing a big giveaway soon. So stay tuned for that. And soon you can catch me with my own stuff, solo stuff, Imaginative Visions. And my second comic, Cry Hero 2, should be out hopefully later this year. I'll keep you posted on that. So later days.